What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or a loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right, and welcome back to another episode. So you can probably already tell that the title of this one is pretty straightforward with what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to give you 5 ways to be more disciplined. And some of y'all might be thinking that discipline ain't the best word to use. It can have a negative connotation behind it. And I didn't even realize it could be taken that way. I actually did an episode on this in the past, and I posted it online, and somebody jumped in my comment section saying that they don't like that word, that they think about like an animal, a dog, like training a dog or like punishment, how you might discipline your kids. So yeah, not the sexiest word, but I'm confident that y'all don't look at it this way. This person they wasn't even a listener of my podcast, and I think they just wanted to say something. Whatever. Their opinion don't matter. But let's talk about it. Think about how your life could change, let's say 5 months from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, if you decided to become a more disciplined person. Do you think your life will be better or worse in the future if you decided to be more disciplined? That's an easy answer. And discipline, the discipline we need, not the kind where you discipline an animal or your child, but we need to have more self-discipline. And the more self-discipline we can have, the more resilient we can be, which means the more that we can do to do those amazing things in our life. So what is discipline? Well, it means that you take action because you said you were going to take action, even when you don't want to take action. It's taking action regardless of how you feel. It's the resistance to that feeling of not wanting to do it and leaning in to that resistance. And you never need discipline to do the easy stuff, right? It's the challenging things, the things that take more effort, more time, more mental focus. Like you don't need discipline to watch your favorite show on Netflix. That's easy. I can't wait for the next season of Ozark to come out. I love that show. I'm going to run through that in one day. Now, we do need discipline to not watch Netflix all day. We do need discipline to not hit the watch next episode button, right? We need discipline for that. Discipline is following what the mind needs to do instead of what the body wants to do. What the mind needs to do instead of what the body wants to do. The body wants to just lay in the bed or on the couch and watch another episode. But the mind knows it should be up being productive and working on that thing. The mind knows what you need to do, but the disconnect comes when the body wants to do something else. So let's dive in. 5 ways to be more disciplined. Number 1, focus on the opportunity, not the obligation. You're not going to love everything. For example, I love recording this podcast. I love putting it out in the world. I love feeling like I'm leaving a positive impact on other people, on the world. I love when people tell me that they found the episode that they really resonate with. I love it when they let me know when they are really feeling one, right? What I don't love is writing them, planning them, coming up with what to write in the description online, the amount of time it takes, the research I have to do. I don't love that at all. And that's the obligation. To make it all work, to make it happen, I got to sit down and do the work. I got to do the research. I got to put the time aside and dedicate it to this. Like right now, the sun is shining. I would rather be outside. But here I am. The obligation. The opportunity. The fact that I'm making an impact. Every time somebody tells me that I'm an inspiration to them, that they find value in what I'm doing, I love the opportunity. And if I can focus on that versus the obligation versus that resistance, which one do you think is going to be easier to get me to put in the work to get it done? Think about the areas that you ain't taking action in right now. What opportunities do you need to focus on? The obligation might be forcing yourself to get in front of the camera and put yourself and your product out there, and you're not comfortable doing that yet. The opportunity is that you'll get to experience that growth because you stepping outside your comfort zone, and you'll look back one day and see how much better you've gotten. The obligation might be going to the gym and busting your butt. The opportunity is feeling better in your body, being healthier later on in life. Focus on the opportunity, not the obligation. That's number one. Number two, design your environment to make taking action easier. Make sure that you are set up to win and that you're not fighting against things that you don't have to. Let's say you love sugar, but you're trying to lose weight. Well, it's hard enough to eat healthy as it is, hard enough to not eat sugar as it is. So what if you made sure that you don't have any of it in your house? That if you ever do have a moment where you have that sugar, the sweets, the unhealthy stuff, that it ain't coming from your own pantry. Design your environment to be able to diet successfully. Design your environment to help you be more disciplined. Or like me, where I do all my work. It's not in my room where I could be distracted by the TV or distracted by the bed. I'm in the basement at my desk. No TV, no fridge. And I have roommates, so I'm not in the main area of the house where the most traffic is. Right? I have my daily plan that I write out every day right next to me. I have an environment that's going to make it easy to take actions that I need to. Do you spend too much time on your phone? Put it in another room. Put it in the kitchen drawer. Do you spend too much time on the couch? I heard somebody suggest that you put your couch cushions in the closet. Make it inconvenient to sit on the couch. Do you need to work in an area where nobody else is? Do you need to put on headphones? The kinds that go over your ears, right? So you won't be bothered while you're trying to be productive. You want to wake up and go for a jog? Put your jogging clothes and shoes right next to the sink. So right after you brush your teeth, you can just get dressed and go. You wake up and spend too much time figuring out what to do? Well, write out your plan the night before, put it right next to your bed and on your nightstand. That way, when you wake up, it's right there and you know exactly what you have to do, what's on the agenda for the day. Figure out a way to create that environment that's going to give you the least amount of resistance. So that's number two. Design an environment to make taking action easier. Number three, move your body. And I say this a lot on here, but action creates more action, and inaction creates more inaction. Sometimes we just need to move our bodies to give us that kick, that jump start that we need. And it can be whatever. It can be you jumping up and down. It can be you shaking your body and your limbs, jog in place. The first thing I do every day that creates more action for me, after I pray and write out my daily plan, the first thing I do is clean. That's the first thing on my list. I give my body that motion, that movement of cleaning. I'm not staring at a computer. I'm standing up on my feet, cleaning, doing the laundry, wiping stuff down, vacuuming, sweeping if I need to. Then I sit at my computer or whatever else I have to do. Same thing with working out. People assume that I'm always motivated to work out, and that couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. Most of the time, I don't want to work out. I ain't motivated. But when I get there, by the time I start that first set or that second set of exercises, the act of my body moving, it changes chemicals in my brain, and now I'm more motivated or more likely to go ahead and do it. And I'm not thinking about how much I don't feel like working out, how much I don't feel like being there. I'm just doing it. But I had to start first. So get up. Get your body moving, and your brain will catch up. So what's some movement you can do? Body weight squats, jumping jacks, whatever. Move your body. That's 3. What's up? I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for listening to this episode, and to also let you know that this podcast is 100% donation driven, which means it's completely funded by you, the listener. So if you like the content I have to offer, I would love it if you can make a donation and you get to pick the amount. I left links in the description of the video as well as my homepage. You can choose which way benefits you the best to donate. And if you need more options, please feel free to email me at dariusdotch@gmail.com. That's dariusdotch@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for being here, and let's get back to it. And number 4 is to just count down and go. Count down and go. Mel Robbins, who's an entrepreneur and motivator and author, she has a book out about this. It's called The 5-Second Rule. And she says, and I quote, "If you have an instinct to act on a goal, you must physically move within 5 seconds or your brain will kill it." The moment you feel an instinct or a desire to act on a goal or commitment, use this rule. And I try to do this as often as I can with any and everything I can. When you start to feel that tug, that little voice in your head that's telling you that you don't want to do something, that you don't want to take the action for whatever reason it may be, usually the fear, this is really a good thing to do when you have to do something that you're nervous about, like making that tough phone call or having that tough conversation or having to step out and speak in front of a large crowd. If you just count down from 5 and say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just go and just do it. What you do is you take the power away from your brain. Your brain wants you to sit and think about it, to overthink it, to give you all the reasons and feelings as of why you shouldn't. This really works in the mornings when I wake up and I feel tired. The longer you lay there, the more you're going to feel like, damn, I'm tired as hell. Damn, I don't feel like getting up. But if you just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up and get up, it's over. You up. You win. You won, brain zero. And it's kind of ingrained in us, right? As kids, when your parents would count down to you, you ain't trying to see what happens at 1. So you move or do whatever it is that you should be doing. Same thing. Don't allow yourself to sit and think. Count down and go. You sitting on the couch, looking at your phone too long, doing nothing, sitting and daydreaming, and you know you should be working, just count it down and go. That's 4. Number 5, get an accountability partner. Have that person you trust that knows what you got going on, that knows you, who you can tell your goals to, somebody that's going to check in from you from time to time. And this is a really important one. I really like this one. Somebody that can drive you, right, to help you be better, that can point out things that maybe you don't see, that maybe you can be better at, that maybe you can do more of or less of because you're in it, right? And when you're in it, it can be easy to get tunnel vision. And I experience this all the time. I can only see the direction I'm headed in, what I'm working towards and what I'm trying to get done. And sometimes I can do things like be a perfectionist that slows down the process. And I'll never forget, I just told him a little bit ago, but for the longest, before I was as serious about my music as I am now, I had all these songs created in my head, but not recorded. And I would rap them to my friends like, check this out. I got bars. I can rap. I got talent. Hear me. Right. And they would all agree. And I told one of my best friends, like, yeah, bro, I'm about to record a mixtape. I got these songs. I'm ready to drop it right now. All I got to do is record it. And I think a year plus went by and I didn't record anything. And one day he was like, so Dotch, man, what's up? What you waiting on to record your music? And just that question, that was enough. That did it for me because I was sitting around waiting for the right opportunity to release it when I didn't even have it recorded. I was waiting for a time when I was, quote unquote, less busy, when I really had the time. I did, but I was waiting. And I'm so glad he asked me that question because that lit a fire inside me. And I haven't looked back since. So who is that person that you can share what you got going on with? That person that's going to be the person to keep it real with you and be honest and also push you, motivate you, encourage you, check in to see how your progress is going. And it's not a thing where you're asking somebody to do it with you. That would be great. That would be nice. That'd be a plus, but it ain't necessary. Somebody that you know, like, okay, the next time I see them, I want to make sure I took some action from the last time I saw them, right? To make sure that when I see them again, I can say, hey, this is what I got done, just in case they ask me about it. And that friend is going to feel grateful that you shared this with them, that you gave them this small responsibility. Right? This is going to help you show up for yourself that much more. So that's 5. Get that accountability partner. So that's it. Straightforward. How can you incorporate all these things? How can you, 1, focus on the opportunity and not the obligation? 2, design your environment to make taking action easier. 3, get your body moving. 4, count down and just go. And 5, find yourself an accountability partner. If you can incorporate all these in your life, then I guarantee you're going to start to find that having discipline is that much easier. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.